Hi everyone, this is Autopostrophe. Let's check out Arcade Archive's Dark Adventure running on Nintendo Switch. And it looks like we actually have three versions. The third version being the North American release, which had a different cabinet which allowed for 3 players. Let's check out the Japanese original first. Now, I very faintly remember this game because it was on a larger cabinet. But, I wouldn't have been able to have played this game, since its release, which obviously was a while ago. All right, those are our display settings. We have our normal ACA game settings. Nothing too fancy there. Every once in a while you'll get one that actually has more than the normal amount of options. Okay, it looks like in the North American version they sort of switch the buttons too. We gotta bear that in mind. Which it is interesting that when these companies decided to localize their games, that sometimes they would switch the buttons. I mean, that's still true today. Although Sony has changed their stance on that and now have made, cross or X, the confirm button, universally across the board, whereas circle used to be the confirm button. And going forward, PlayStation 5 and 6 and 7 will follow that standard that's more closely related to North America. It's interesting to see this art style again, which, a lot of KONAMI games released during this year, they all had kind of the same look to them. Wouldn't you say it's basically Gauntlet? Yeah, I never realized it only ran at 30 frames a second. Or maybe slightly less. It might be a little bit under that. Which wasn't common. Usually arcade games ran at 60 frames. One of the benefits of having dedicated hardware to something. Listen, for you extremely young gamers, this is like Diablo. Back before Diablo was just a twinkle in Blizzard's eye. Yeah, I remember it being kind of an unusual title, because unlike, Gauntlet before this game, the areas, when it wasn't set up as a giant maze, there just wasn't walls everywhere from top to bottom, but, more open areas. And, you had these, big characters, big animated characters. It was a very attractive game in the arcade. Well, this guy's annoying, huh? Move to Mataku. Yeah, I wonder why the European and the Japanese original didn't feature 3-player. Seems like kind of a strange omission. Usually those are the things that are cut out of the North American version. But in this case, that's the version that we got was the one that allowed for more players. No. I sort of recall that there being a voice. Oh, that one-hit death it was. Wow, that's super cheap. They really wanted your money after getting to the 3rd level or 2nd level. Yeah, 87. Boy, I didn't realize it was this old. God, I couldn't have understood what I was doing when I was playing this game. Okay, it was called Devil World in Europe. Interesting. Let's see if they've changed anything. It seems like the North American version was the only one where the buttons changed. Okay, and I think these were set up with, depending on what coin slot you put your money in, that determined which character you played. Oh, it runs a little faster. That's weird. It's very slight. I don't know if they just ended up swapping out the main processor or something. Because yeah, that's a little bit more zippy. So he's certainly shooting faster. But it's still keeping the same frame rate. But they didn't just put the overall speed up. It seems like the color of the enemies is all the same as well. That is also something that was fairly common, was to recolor some of the sprites. Because occasionally you'd see something like pink tanks in the Japanese version. So when they localized it, they changed the tanks into something green, green. Something that was a color more relatable to North American audiences. Sometimes just very, very simple things like that kind of change the visual makeup of a game. I think considering this is like 87, this is still a pretty good looking game. And the muted colors are a stylistic choice. And like I said, a lot of stuff from coming out of KONAMI development. looked very, very similar. I do think it's interesting that it's just a little bit faster. And a little bit harder, it seems like at that. I mean, I'm getting hit a little bit more. Of course, that could just be this second play curse, which is very much a true thing for me. Well, the second time I play something, I play worse than the first time I play something. Oh, the key already? I don't think I do. Nope.
Without a key. Key unlock exit.
I know in Gauntlet, you know, you'd find many, many keys and many, many doors. Here you just find one key. Oh boy, you got rid of that cheap-ass tree right away. Yeah, this game seems harder than the Japanese release. There's another insta-death tree. Oh boy. Oh, do I have less lives too? Oh man. Like I said, KONAMI 87 really wanted your money. All right, and then the North American version, Dark Adventure. And then, again, this one featured a cabinet that had 3 players. You can see Zorlok at the top there.
Insert more.
Let's see, is this one going to run even faster? Oh, they default to sheriff with a sword. Oh, interesting. Oh, it doesn't look like you can select the kind of energy power-up you can use either. Sort of simplified the game. Well, he has a sword too? What the heck? Wow, this is quite a bit different. Well, the locations of the entrance and exits are different too. Oh yeah, they have drastically increased the difficulty. I mean, it doesn't help that she now has a melee weapon. I think it was just easier not to die when you had a crossbow.
is given food. Key unlock exit.
Oh, there's multiple keys. What the heck? Wow, really?
Found flamethrower.
Yeah, wow, interesting. Now it's not, now you don't select the kind of secondary weapon whenever you want. You pick them up. Interesting. I mean, this is almost it's almost a different game the way they set it up. And you have multiple, exits, multiple keys and multiple exits, even on the first level. Ah, very interesting. Oh, does my... Yeah, wow, that's significantly tougher the way it's set up now. KONAMI get them quarters. Okay, well, why don't we stop it there? This is audap. You've been watching Arcade Archives Dark Adventure, running on Nintendo Switch. Yeah, it's a super interesting game. I like it. I like these kind of gauntlet-style games. They didn't have like a whole lot of these kind of games for whatever reason. Maybe they're just harder to develop, or
Use the dynamite button.
who knows what. I know they were popular because things like Gauntlet were big money makers. And I do find this interesting that depending on the version you play, you may have a much different experience. So definitely check it out. I think if you like this Gauntlet style play, then I think you'll be happy to discover this one if you've never played it before. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.